Hey team, I am for the first time trying out my new webcam, and I wanted to talk with you guys today about how to get started in your business very quickly. You do not have to wait. I think that one of the best things that I started doing right away after I made my initial post that said, hey, I am so excited to start my new journey with Plexus. This is why I started, because I was desperate for digestive health. I've had all these other issues that I'm now seeing are linked to digestive health, and my blood sugar was elevated, and I was chronically fatigued. And so I just kind of put that out there on Facebook. People want to see real people. So be real with your audience. Explain why you got started. And then after that, just start posting testimonials on the Plexus Journeys page. When you sign up, you should have been added to that. You can share any of those to your own page. You can steal anything from my page. You can steal anything from your uplines page if you're a level 2. But it's really important to just start posting right away. And then when people get interested and they like or they comment, if you're not comfortable talking with them by yourself yet, then make sure to set up a 3-way call with your upline. I'm available for 3-way calls. I know that that's what Karen did for me. She did a 3-way call for me, and she sold my first customer. And she signed up retail, and she's only ordered one other time, but we have a relationship now, and she'll order periodically. But more importantly, what I did is I was able to take notes while Karen was talking, and I was able to learn while she was starting my business for me. And that's exactly the power of 3-way calls. We're here to help you learn as you go. So don't feel like you have to have a story, because there are so many stories for you to share. That's the number one thing I hear is like, I want to wait until I have experience with the products and what they're going to do for me. These products take time to work. So you're going to start seeing stuff in the first 2 weeks to 30 days. Like I saw better sleep, more energy. I quit sodas. I started seeing little improvements. But if I waited until I had like the superstar testimony, then I wouldn't have got started. And because I'm still waiting for the superstar testimony. I have had a lot of subtle changes. I've had a lot of improvements. My digestive health improved right away. But I still have a story, and those subtle changes mean a lot to people as well. And so you just got to start sharing. And like I said, you don't have to share. You don't have to wait to share till you're all off of all of your medication, so that you have this great story to put out there, because you can share other people's stories. So the most important thing to do is just start sharing testimonies, because this is the thing. Your story might not even relate to your whole audience. Like Karen doesn't have a weight loss testimony. She had sinus infections, chronic sinus infections and things like that every year. And she was teaching on a microphone, and now she has freedom from that. So I didn't have that problem. So someone that would relate to her story would not relate to my story. So you just need to start sharing everyone's stories, because your audience has different issues going on, and they need these products for different things. So what you might have a lot of weight loss. Other people might have better digestive function. Other people might have pain that's being relieved and inflammation that's being relieved. And other people, like might have acne and their skin might clear up. So share everyone's story. Because then when you get your story, there are going to be some people that can relate to yours. But not everyone will relate to only yours. So you just start sharing everyone's, and just share with your people when you talk to them your subtle changes along the way. Okay. The next thing to do, I guess, is after learning that, don't feel like you have to know all the product info at once. You need to learn at the beginning, close to the beginning, that 3 ways to buy. And I'm going to do a separate video probably on that, just to go over the 3 ways to buy, so that you guys are set on that. But there is like if I share the screen here, I'm new to this. Let's see. My computer is so slow today. Hopefully y'all can see the screen. No one's on with me right now, so I don't really know if you can. Hopefully you can. I guess I'll see when I share the video back. Okay, on Facebook. This is what I've been doing. You're probably wondering why I've been blowing up the team page with all these days lately. And this is what I've been doing. I've been making a album for you guys to get started better. Okay. If you go to the team page right here, go to photos, albums, and I'm putting all helpful things in here for y'all to get started quickly. Okay, so under I'm new here, if you click on the graphics over here in the comments, I have put a lot of information here for you guys. Some ways to reach out, about begin sharing immediately. A lot of this post right here actually came from Celeste Gwynn's page. I kind of just copied it over and then made it my own. Okay, so there is that. Here is the compensation plan with, I just kind of put a little bit of info on the top 4 or 5 things that you need to know to get started. And your first goal is to go silver, and I'm hoping to go gold next month. Okay, so then just a little bit on goal setting, what you should be looking forward to when you're first getting started. Set a goal for consistent number of posts. Like mine has always been 3 to 5 a day. Because I feel like someone's on in the morning and then someone's on in the afternoon. If I only post in the morning and evening, the person in the afternoon maybe completely missed my post. And so not everyone is seeing every single post that we post. So I try to spread mine out every couple hours all day long. I try to put a post on there. You're trying to get to 500 PV because that's when you get to 25% commission, and your first promotion happens when you get 3 team members underneath you. Okay, so you're looking to get to 500 PV. You start covering your product and hopefully on preferred customers there, because remember, you get a preferred bonus on every single item that ships preferred. Okay, so here's where you can find a little graphic about the 3 ways to buy. You can save this to your phone. I send this to people when I talk to them a lot of the time. So retail is full price. The way I talk about it, actually, I always talk to everyone about the triplex. The triplex to me is the most important. Then if they have weight loss concerns, I always then talk about the accelerator, the boost, and the block. But gut health, if they don't have great gut health, they're not going to lose weight. So I tell everyone about the combo, the triplex combo, because I feel like it hits every corner of health, even if they're not having any major issues. It's a great proactive combo. I mean, don't wait until you get sick to start getting healthy. And so if they're going to at least order the triplex, I say the cheapest option is wholesale. You pay your $34.95 a month, and you get your product at my price. You don't have to work the business. You're totally able to work the business. I would love for team members to work the business, but you don't have to. But that is the cheapest option for everyone. And that's how I lead and tell them. And a lot of the times they don't even want to hear anything else. But I always tell them about preferred too, because a lot of people see that we advertise the 60-day money back guarantee. The difference between preferred and wholesale is that they lose the 60-day money back guarantee with wholesale. That's not important to a lot of people, as is the cheapest price. But I tell them preferred is a great customer option. If that 60-day money back guarantee is really important to you, go preferred. And then they ship it at preferred price. So for example, the triplex be $124.95, $124.95, $124.95 for 3 months. Then on the 4th month, they're going to get a 10% off just for being a loyal customer. And it's going to drop the price to $112.46, which is only about $2.50 more than wholesale. So a lot of people, have a lot of wholesale or preferred customers too, because of that 10% off on the 4th month. And I tell them, you do not have to auto ship, because that scares a lot of people off. They're going to get their products. They're going to want to every month. So you don't have to worry about convincing them to auto ship, because they're going to do it because they're going to love their products. All you have to do is impress upon them that consistency is important. You and I personally auto ship our products because we want them to come every month. We don't want to break in our product. And that's why it's important to auto ship. And I always share that with them too. But I always let them know, If you get it and you don't like it, you can turn it off at any time. You don't have to call me. You don't have to call anyone. You just log in and turn it off. And that just kind of puts them at ease, because no one likes to work with their back against corner. And that was one of the things that really attracted me to Plexus, is because I've checked into a lot of other things and they all wanted you to meet a quota, and you don't have to do that with Plexus. Now, you do have to have $100 go through your website to be commission qualified every month. 100 PV. It's roughly $100. But it's actually usually a little bit more than $100. So around 100 PV every month has to go through, but it can be your own, or it can be a customer's. And then you're going to get paid on anything above that. Okay. So that you can all find also in the compensation plan. This is a really good graphic to save to your phone, because you can't share this with the customers, but it tells you the pricing for everything, the PV that you'll get paid on there, and then the preferred. And then you also see over here the preferred bonus. So for example, every time I ship a triplex combo, I get paid on the PV and I get paid on the preferred bonus. So it's good to have preferred customers, because you're kind of getting paid double on those. And that's where I tell everyone to start, try to get, I think it's 3 or 4 preferred triplex combos, and it's going to cover your product every month at least. And then start working on promoting, because you have to have points to promote. Okay. So this is the value of wholesale team members, because you have to get to diamond, we have to be earning points to go up. So you want to get to 3 ambassadors the first time. And right now I'm working on 100 points, which is 20 team members that are commission qualified. They have their orders on over 100 PV, and then they'll process through. And so I have to get to 100 to go gold, and I'm hoping for that next month. So the value also in points is, remember, there are 11 different ways to get paid in Plexus, and I'm going to probably be sharing the compensation plan. It's already shared on this page, but I'll try to bump it up so that y'all need to watch it, because you need to know all different ways to get paid, because that's what's so amazing about this business is you don't know where all your money is coming from. It's just coming from all these different ways. But one of the ways to get paid is not only do you earn the points to promote, you get paid roughly $3 a point for those each point. So when I go gold and I have 100 total points, that's roughly $300 of my paycheck. So there is value in wholesale team members as well, even though you're not getting the preferred bonus, because you have to have points to promote. And y'all, I want that Lexus, so we're going for points. Okay, so IPA, this is just income producing activity. You need to be looking at your IPA every day. Also, I was going to tell you guys how to get started. So here's tips for reaching out. It did something funky on me there. My computer's really having a bad day. Okay, tips for reaching out. So over here, and I got a lot of these from Kelly, and I just kind of made it my own. A lot of hers asked for you to give samples, and I've tried samples, and I've tried not sending samples, and so that the samples haven't actually worked for me that well, but I know for her, they really worked. I know for other people, the samples yielded a lot of results. So it's important that you maybe try both and see what you're the most comfortable with and see what works for you the best. Okay. So there are some things, here about how to reach out. Here's also a forced circle method. This is from Presley Swaggerty, and he says you basically use all 4 circles when you're reaching out to someone, and you can call over the phone to reach out. You can send a voice text to reach out, or you can. I send a lot of just messages, text messages, and messages, and so. Here you would just use all 4 circles. You can use them in any order, be enthusiastic, and have a strong voice when setting an appointment. All you really want to do when you're reaching out is try to get them an appointment set, whether that is over the phone or whether that is in person. Like Karen, our upline, likes to do a lot of in-person meetups. I do most of mine on the phone. I have 2 little kids and I have to fit it in where I can. And so I do most of mine by calls. I set them up on my drives or on nap time. And okay, so an example of this would be, hey, Kelly, I have something I would like to show you. You may or may not be interested, but it will only take around 20 minutes. Are you free Friday or Saturday to talk? So I used all 4 circles, but you can use them in any order. You might say, hey, Kelly, are you free Friday or Saturday? I have something I want to show you. It will just take about 20 minutes, and you may or may not be interested. Okay, so you could use them, like I said, any order. So there's obviously 4 different ways to use that. All right, I also wanted to show y'all what I've been putting in here for you guys. Okay, last month or 2 months ago, Karen and I, Angela and Jana put together a 30-day group. And Karen and I then made it into a Plexus Bootcamp group. The problem with that is when you scroll around the pages, you lose the numbers that you're working on. So it is a boot camp. So again, you click on the pictures and it tells you what to do. Okay, you can work it fast, you can work it slow, but it's just important to work it. So day 1, whenever you're ready to get serious about your business, they're just short little IPA is income producing activities. Seriously, my computer's having an issue. Income producing activities. Anyone that messages or likes your post, it tells you what to do. Then it gives you like basically what post to make on Facebook. And it gives you maybe a little training. Watch the videos. These are the training videos in your back office. Those are some examples of your initial posts that you might want to make. And you could do this as soon as you sign up. You don't have to have your product. Or like I waited until the day I got my product so I could take a picture with my product. Again, if you click on the picture and you have a computer that's cooperating, day 3. So it would tell you exactly what to do, make your Franks list, some videos to watch, and how to post on Facebook. If you scroll down here to like day 19, I think it's the breast health one. I just happened to pick that one. And I didn't put the graphic in that one. I'm still working on it. Okay, so let's choose day 16. All right. Yeah, this is a good one. All right. So you could do the IPA. Then you make this comment. You literally can copy this and save this graphic, the P96 to your phone, and then you post it. Then this would be the second one right here. And again, the photo is in the comments. So I put the photo that goes with this testimony also in the comments. Post, and then a post of your choice. So you would work these days in order, and it has the trainings at the bottom. Let me try to stop share. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if y'all can see the little window of me at all, but I wanted to really show y'all that in the back office because that has like step-by-step the Getting Started album. You have to click on the pictures, and it gives you info on the pictures. So post. Set up 3 ways with your upline until you're comfortable doing the appointments by yourself. Anyone that likes or comments on your post, then let's set up a 3-way with them. Like that's when you reach out to them. Hey, thank you so much for liking my post, commenting on my post. Can I get you any more information? I would love to share more information with you. You may or may not be interested, but are you available Friday or Saturday? And then you talk with your upline. And a good thing about getting them on the 3-way, because they might be a little intimidated, is just you go ahead and set up the appointment at a time that your upline is available and that you're available. And then call your upline first, then call the new person. That just makes it a little bit more intimidating or less intimidating. Then you get them on the phone and you can say, hey, I've got Crystal here. She's just been doing this longer, and I want to make sure that all of your questions get adequately answered. So, and since I'm so new, I might not be able to answer it. So I just really wanted to get her on the line just so I don't tell you anything that's wrong or leave anything out that might be helpful to you. So then you can do the 3-way, and you can literally be learning, taking notes while the upline is talking to your potential. Then also you need to be actively reaching out. I've had a lot of growth this month, but all that work wasn't because I talked to them this month or they finally commented me. At first, in November, everyone that was coming, I got to my launch party, and I had talked to a few of my friends, or people saw my post and then they were texting me, but that kind of like fell off. I wish that I had started reaching out actively to people back then, because some of those people that I first talked to in November, they're just now coming around. In January, I did a big IPA group challenge with Kelly, that Kelly put on for some of us. And you were required to reach out to 2 people a day and then follow up on Friday, and you had to check in every day. And if you didn't check in, it was kind of serious. It was like, you don't check in 2 days in a row, you're out of here. No hard feelings, but these are people that seriously want to work. And so that kind of revolutionized my business, because I was reaching out actively to 2 people, and it's a numbers game. You reach out to 10, maybe 3 are interested, maybe 5 set up an appointment. And then from those 5 that set up an appointment, maybe 2 or 3 order. So the more people that you're reaching out to, the more people that are possibly going to say yes, and you're going to build your business quicker. If you wait around for people to just comment on your post or to come to you, you're going to be waiting a long, long time to be in Hawaii with me, because I'm going to Hawaii, guys. I'm getting that trip. So actively reach out, set appointments. You don't send them all the information on Facebook. No one wants to read, pages and pages and pages. I always try to set up the appointment first. There have been a couple people along the way that just would not set up in a time. And so they basically wanted the information all online. And so I would send them information in that way. If that's the only way I can get it to them, then I would do that. But I really push for the appointment. I make people a priority, and I think people like that. All the time people say, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. And it's important. It's important to let them know that yes, the products are amazing. Yes, you're trying to, build a business here, but they're important. If you make the person important, then they're going to know that they're important, and they're going to feel more tied to your product and to your purpose. And you want to share that with them. Okay. So make sure you're setting up an appointment, whether that's in person or that's over the phone, whatever works best for you in your time schedule, but get off of Facebook, get off of the phone, and get personal. Talk with them. Yes, my calls with everyone I talk to take 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes if I'm also sharing the business opportunity, sometimes it's 45 minutes. But if they sign up either that month or 2 months down the road, then that 45 minutes paid off. And it was worth it. It's also worth it every time I see these people, writing back like, I'm so glad I finally did this. And I finally was stop being stubborn and jumped on board with you because these products are amazing. They're changing my life. And that's what it's about. So set appointments and make it personal. There's no shortcuts. You're not going to get to Diamond. You're not going to get that Lexus if you're just looking for the shortcuts. That's why I never post my link on my Facebook. Never. I post about Plexus. I post what it's doing for me, but I don't post my link because I don't want people just going and reading off a screen, because they can't. That screen does not explain to them everything that I can about the products. And there's also 3 different ways to buy. I don't want someone to go to my website and sign up retail where they just cost themselves a lot of unnecessary money. So I always have the conversation first about how to buy, what products they might need, because a lot of times, one of my customers signed up last week and she really thought she wanted one combo. But I told her, I said, I want to share with you the triplex, and then I'll talk to you about the boost and the block that you wanted. She wanted the slim boost and block, she thought. So I talked to her about the triplex first, and she's like, oh, well, that one sounds more important, and that one sounds better than the other. And so she ended up signing up for the triplex and the boost. And if whichever one she wants to sign up for, I'm still going to support her choices all the way. But I would like to just at least give her the info on the triplex, and I like to give everyone the info on the triplex. So I always talk about triplex. Then I talk about what they other issues they might be looking at. If they're weight, I talk about the 3 weight loss products. If they have chronic pain or nerve issues, then I would talk about those. So if they have major health problems, I always talk about the X Factor while I talk about the triplex. So always talk about the triplex and then talk about anything else they might want to add in. If your person says, oh, I can't afford the triplex right now, then I say, then start where you can start. Some people just start with the ProBio and the BioCleanse. I think the gut health stuff is really important. Some people, I say, if you can't start anywhere else, you start with the probiotic. My daughter's on the probiotic. Everyone needs a probiotic, and it's the same price as what you can get at the store. So you start where you can start. You just need to start, and that's what I tell them. Set appointments, and then also after the appointment, one tip that I think is successful. I like pictures. So I always send the product docs, and I can show you where to find those on my page too. I send the product docs. I send my website, how to order, because before I get off the phone with them, I say, do you think you'd want to go the wholesale option or the preferred option? And then that way I know what steps to send them, because there's 2 different ways to sign up, shop or join. And I always ask them that before I get off the phone, and then I send on my website how to do it the way they wanted to. And I send them the product docs of what they're interested in. If they were interested in the triplex, I send them the picture with the whole triplex. Let me get to those. And then I send them the separate, like the Slim, the ProBio, and the BioCleanse. So let's get back to my desktop here. My computer is so slow. Okay. So let's go back to my team page. So again, for product docs, you're going to go to photos, albums, and product docs. Okay, these are what I always send them. If they are interested in the triplex, I send them this picture of the triplex so that they know this is what the triplex is. Don't expect them to remember. And then I send them the Slim, the BioCleanse, and the ProBio 5 so that they know what I just talked to. Use a few overviews of what the product is so that they can remember, because it's so much information and I tend to talk a little fast. So I want them to remember. And then I say, like, if they also wanted the weight loss things, I say, and here are the weight loss ones. And I send the boost, the block, and the accelerator, and say, just remember that you can't take the boost and the accelerator together. And anything else we talked about, I send that. If they wanted the ingredient list, I can send those, and those are all in here. I have these all saved to my phone, and I have them in a Plexus album so that I can always get to them very quickly. Okay, so just to review, post, post, post. Get to posting. Whether you have your whole story or not, someone has a story that you can share that will help that person and relate to their issues. Then set up 3-way calls with your upline so that you can get to sharing as quickly as possible. Reach out to anyone that likes or comments on your post. Schedule a launch party so that you can get your people in front of it. Also, start reaching out without people coming to you first. Make a list of 100. The people, it's called your Frank's list, the people that you know need the products or would benefit from the business. And the top 10, those are who you go for first, whether that is 3 people a week, if that's where you need to start, whether that is, 1 person a day, 2 people a day, 3 people a day. The more you reach out to, the faster you're going to reach your goals in this business, but you have to start reaching out because it's a numbers game. And then set appointments. Get off of social media. Get off of your phone. Don't send them long things to read because it's just too much. And I, if they're anything like me, I lose interest real fast after like the second paragraph, and I'm like, ugh, that's a lot. But in a conversation, it's interactive. You can get all the information you need, and you can still make them feel valued. And then follow up. Also, when you do get the first order, you need to follow up with them. When they first start, you need to follow up with them once a week for at least 6 weeks. because these are not one size fits all products. We have to problem solve through them. Some people need more of one thing, less of another thing. Some people have to work up. And if you're not comfortable in how to problem solve, you follow up with them. They say there's a problem. You text me or you message me. If I don't know the answer or how to troubleshoot that, then we'll go to Angela and Karen and Angela. If they don't know, they will ask Kelly for us. And Celeste, is up there too. That's the beauty of this business, is you have so much support, and the people above you have been doing it longer. And we're here to support you and your goals. So don't hesitate getting started because you don't know it all. And then again, just when you're on the phone with them, if they're going to at least order the triplex, tell them, this is what I learned at Super Saturday. You lead with the cheapest way to buy is, because that's what people really want to know. What's the bottom line? What's the cheapest way that I can get these products? I'm in. Now tell me how. If my people say, I'm just going to do the ProBio and the BioCleanse, I'm saying then for you, it's not worth it to go wholesale. The better way for you to go is to go preferred, because you're going to pay $54.90 for 3 months, and then it's going to give you 10% off, which brings it down to $49 something. So it's going to bring it down, and it's only going to be $15. You don't need to pay your $35 up front. So it just depends on what they're ordering. But I always, always, always share the triplex. Okay. So if y'all have any questions over anything I've shared, then just comment below and I'll get back to you, or we can set up a separate call. But don't post your website, have the conversation. There's no shortcuts to the top. So set appointments. No websites until after you have had an appointment. Unless they really, really ask for it, please send me your website. Then I'll send it. But I always say the disclaimer is, there is so much information. There's different ways to buy. There's a ton of product information, and that website does not give you all the information that you need to make an educated decision. So set appointments, and then get with the person. Okay. So if you have any other questions, those are just some of my tips that I feel like have made me fairly successful fairly quickly in this business. And I'm always here to help you and answer your questions. And if you guys need help with something else that you'd like me to kind of talk to you over and do a video on, that I'm up for it. I got my new webcam and I'm ready to go and help you guys get ready to go. So y'all have a great day, and comment with any questions that you may have. Okay? Bye.